Glad to see you today. Hope you're having a great day. There we go. Wonderful. Glad to have you with me today. Fixing this lighting here. All right, cool. So glad to have you with me today. Today we're going to talk about personality types. Welcome to the replay if you're watching the replay. Today we're talking about personality types. Hello, hey, how you doing? Come on in, invite your people, invite your friends, invite your followers, tweet, Facebook to share this. All you have to do is swipe up on Android, and then you also swipe from left to right on the iOS Apple devices. Hey Carmela, and then just press the little share button and it will share out to all of your followers. So thank you so much for those invites. How can you get a copy? Last week about words spoken. A copy of a scope that I did? Is that what you're looking for? Hey, how you doing? Hey, what's up everybody? What's up Tony? How you doing? What's up? I'm going to talk about personality types today. And so talking about personality types, and I want you to help me out. What's up, Destiny? I want you to help me out, okay? And so I'm going to talk about personality types because it's important. Knowing personality types, it helps you know yourself, it helps you know others, and it helps you relate better to others and better relationships. Who doesn't want better relationships? I know I do. This guy does. So, and I know you want better relationships too. So I want to talk to you about relationships. I'm actually breaking this up into 4 separate scopes. So this is going to be the first one of 4, and it's going to help you understand the different personality types. You know, instead of making this like one 40-minute scope, I just wanted to break it down into small bite-sized sessions. All right, Dre, you're planning to scope about that too. That's awesome. So this is what I want you to do. Hey Belize, how you doing? If I hit you, meaning that I'm talking about your personality, you're saying, yeah, that's something I do, or I've done that before, that's how I think. What I want you to do is I want you to tap the screen, and I want you to give hearts. I want to actually kind of run a little contest. I want to see which personality type you all identify with the most, okay? And so after all the scopes are done, and I'm gonna give it some time, maybe I'll give it to the end of the day, and I want to go back and look at how many hearts each scope had to see what were the different personality types that you guys most identified with. And as a little bit of a reminder, hey, how you doing? As a little bit of a reminder, a little bit of incentive, right? Because sometimes we need an incentive to tap the screen. I'm actually going to send you a free Personality Plus book, which is the basis where I'm getting all of this information that I'm going to talk about today. And so if you are the one who gives the most hearts on all 4 of the scopes, not just this scope, but the next 3 scopes coming up, all 4 total, if you are the one who gives the most hearts, I'm going to send this to you free of charge, from me to you, my gift to you for saying thank you so much for participating. So Personality Plus book, boom. So that's going to be yours if you give the most hearts. So this is same book. It's awesome. So this is what I want to talk about. I want to start off with a specific personality type, sanguines. I had in my title, Life of the Party. And also you can find the link in my bio if you want to take the personality test or you want to learn more about the different personalities. And so link in my bio. Here we go. I saw some comments. I'm gonna hit you guys as soon as we get through this first one. Hey, blessings to you. Thanks for joining. Thanks for logging on. So, popular sanguine. So, life of the party. The first personality type I want to go through is called sanguine. This is the person who's the life of the party. And let me tell you, none of these personality types are better than the others. It's all just different. Is this the color personality test? No, it's actually the personality test that's from this book, Personality Plus, and it talks about 4 distinct personality types: sanguine, choleric, phlegmatic, and melancholy. So this is what I want to do. I want to break down. No, it's okay. I want to break down the first one, and we're doing a contest. We're doing a heart contest, and you can win the book. So I'll send you a free book if you are the winner. So popular sanguine, what do they want? Their basic desire is to have fun. That's it. Their basic desire is to have fun. That doesn't mean that they're shallow, doesn't mean that that's all there is to them, but their basic desire is to have fun. You're saying, this is boring. I'm ready to have some fun. I'm ready to go out. I'm ready to go kick it, ready to go have a night on the town. I'm ready to go have fun. And having fun isn't a bad thing, but the basic desire, the basic motivator is fun. Hey, and if you say that that's you, you should be tapping the screen because we're running a contest, okay? So I want to see which personality type gets the most hearts. So if I'm identifying you, make sure to tap the screen. Yes, paint the town red. So sanguine's basic desire is to have fun. Their emotional needs are attention, affection, approval, and acceptance. Did you get that? Attention, affection, approval, and acceptance. Those are actually the main needs. So they need attention, they like approval, they like acceptance by people. My oldest son, our oldest son Jacob, he is definitely a sanguine to the T. He actually tests very high in sanguine and very low in the others. But he's been able to discipline some of the sanguine weaknesses. But that is him to a T. He likes to have fun. He loves to be around friends. He always wants to do something with friends, and that's not a bad thing. That's just the way God designed us and created us. But the reason why you should know this is because if you know this, you can relate better to others and you can understand others better. So what are the emotional needs of a sanguine? They want attention, they want affection, they want approval, and they want acceptance. And their basic desire is to have fun. And they control by charm. What do I mean control by? Well, sometimes they want to control a situation, want to, a negative word could be manipulate, but sometimes just want to control a situation. And so sometimes when they want to get people to do something for them, they'll try to charm it and, if you do this for me, I'll do this. Let me break it down to you how this will benefit you. People who are very charismatic, and it doesn't have to be a negative thing. I mean, there's very charismatic people who are born charismatic and are great in front of people. A lot of times those can be sanguine people, but they are the life of the party. And, what happens with sanguines is, I think a lot of times why this is important to know is that when you have a sanguine person and you try to put them in an environment where you are asking them or demanding them to act in a way that's unnatural for them, like I'll give you an example. You have a sanguine person who's very extroverted. Sanguines are very extroverted. You have one of those people and you put them in a business setting in which they are required to be very analytical, very database driven, very by yourself, goal, task oriented. Not to say that they can't do it, but what happens is a sanguine may not thrive in that environment because it's not really natural to their personality type. And what happens is a lot of times when people don't know how they're constructed, or if you're a leader of people, you're a manager of people, you lead teams, and if you don't know how people are constructed, you'll take a sanguine person who wants to be the life of the party, who wants to have fun, and you'll put them in a position where it takes more analytical thought process. And what happens is they end up feeling not fulfilled and they feel tortured. A lot of people, they walk around and they hate their jobs. The reason why they hate their jobs is because they're mismatched. Not because the job is bad, not because they're bad or they're lazy, but because they're mismatched, because they don't understand how they've been designed. And so you take somebody who's been designed like this, you try to stick them in a box like that, and it's not a match. And so now the employer's saying, well, why aren't you doing better? And the employee's saying, I hate this job. And what the problem is, it's just a mismatch because you don't understand the personality type and how God made you. And so this is really good. I'm glad that you guys are liking this. And if this is you, tap the screen. We're going with the contest. Tap the screen if this is your personality type. So check this out. So I have a couple more things to say about this before we stop this specific scope. So sanguines, they're artistic a lot of times, very much artistic, into arts, into clothing, into fashion, into music, poetry, all those different kind of things. And so when you have people who are sanguines, the life of the party, you have a lot of artistic people sometimes. And that doesn't mean they have to be artistic, but that can be one of the characteristics of it. Also, sometimes sanguines can be more so emotional. It might come off more so as dramatic to those of us who might be less emotional. And so when you have a sanguine person, you got to know that sometimes it seems like their emotions can go here and then go here, and it's always kind of up and down, up and down. It's never really in the middle. Hey, what's up, Brian? You said that's Shanka. Is that Shanka? Hey, Shanka. Shanka. And so Sanguines, they sometimes don't have a middle ground. Sometimes it seems up, sometimes it seems down. Yeah, roller coaster, but they're very outgoing, very optimistic and outspoken. It drains them to hear a lot of negativity. And so because they're optimistic, they're born optimistic. And so a lot of times they see the better in a situation, or they're able to move on quickly in a situation. They're able to just say, okay, well, let's just get over it. Let's keep moving on. Now, extroverts, one thing to remember about extroverts, and these are sanguines, they're extroverts, they get their energy from people. The way I like to give an example is like a cell phone. And so they like to get their energy from people. So take a cell phone, and if you have a cell phone that has 10% battery left, if you hook it up to the charger, it's going to charge up, right? So if you hook it up to the charger, you can talk on it for really as long as you want to talk, right? You can have that conversation as long as you want to talk. But if you disconnect the charger, pretty soon your conversation is going to end because your phone is just going to die. Well, that's kind of how it is with extroverts and introverts. With extroverts, they can talk to people and have relationships and just, carry on conversations for many times, for many minutes, and not get tired, because for extroverts, it actually gives them energy. That's the main thing to know. Extroverts, you get energy from that conversation. For introverts, it actually takes energy for us to be conversational, to be around people. And so extroverts, their energy actually gets drained, and it's not until they get alone or in a safe place where they can recharge their battery, and that's how they get recharged. And so just think of it like a cell phone. For introverts, you can talk for X amount of time, but then your phone's eventually going to die. And the way it gets charged is, boom, you got to plug it up to the charger. And so that means that, introverts, their energy gets drained because they're around a lot of people. And I experience that. I'm an introvert, and so when I'm around a lot of people, my energy can get drained. I can be around a lot of people for a while, and that's part of my job and my assignment, and so that's great. Yeah, introvert, yeah, so that's part of my job. But I can only be around people for so long, and until I have to say, okay, I'm done. I need to go recoup. I need to go recharge and re-energize. But introverts aren't like that. So my son Jacob, he's that way to a T. He's an extrovert. He loves being around people. He loves conversing with people. He loves being around his friends, and it gives him so much energy to continue to dialogue with them. And so sanguines are also, they're very witty, they're very easygoing. And is it possible it'll be a little of both? Absolutely. We are all hybrids. In some case, we are all hybrids. We're all mixtures of everything and every kind of area. And take the personality test. I love being myself. I'm glad you love being yourself. Take the personality test that's in the link in my bio, and it'll actually tell you what you are, and it'll show you the strengths of each. It'll show you the weaknesses of each, but follow the directions on that test on the link in my bio, and you can see which one you are. So that's sanguine. So sanguine, life of the party, basic need and basic desire is to have fun. And so that's sanguine right there. Now I'm going to move on to the next one, which is choleric, in the next scope. So if you are not already following, my name is David Winston. Please follow, because I love encouraging people to have the best life, the life that God meant for us to live. And today I'm talking about personality types. And so we are all a unique blend. There's not one specific type that is specific only for a person. So we're all a blend. Hey, how you doing? And so remember, if you give the most hearts over the 4 scopes, this scope being the first, I'm going to send you a free copy of this if you are the winner. Will these scopes to be back to back? Yes, I'm about to start the next one in just a few minutes. But if you are the winner, if you give the most hearts, I'm going to send you this free of charge, my gift to you. Make sure to visit the link in my bio to take your personality test. And so I'm going to start the next scope in just about 2 minutes. So make sure you get ready to log back on, jump back on, make sure to follow so you don't miss it.